Peter Obi's votes, 2.5 million votes not reflected in final presidential election result. Labour Party witness tells Tribunal. Wow. So what is happening here is that we know that they cheated Peter Obi in this election. They even in Rivers State and Lagos State, they moved Peter Obi's result and used it for Tinubu, and those were the results that Mahmoud Yakubu used to declare Tinubu the winner. That is the truth. Okay, so we know, but just as at the early stage of the election, this number was not known. So now somebody is coming out to say about 2.5 million votes for Peter Obi did not reflect in the final report or the final result, meaning they were thrown away or they were shared for Tinubu and probably Atiku. Okay, and that means that if they return these 2.5 million votes to Peter Obi's vote, Peter Obi will definitely win the election, coupled with winning the FCT already. So this means Peter Obi won the election. It's quite obvious. Unfortunately, this corrupt system sold out, especially through the Inec president or Inec chairman. A witness standing in for the Labour Party and its candidate, Peter Obi, in disputing the outcome of the 2023 presidential election at the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, has claimed that 2.5 million accredited votes were not reflected in the final result of the February 25 presidential election announced by the Independent National Electoral Commission, Inec. Nigeria News reports that after a fiercely debated election on February 25, INEC Chairman Professor Mahmoud Yakubu pronounced Tinubu of All Progressive Congress as the winner of the election. Okay, the final result announced by the Electoral Commission, Commission boss, puts Tinubu ahead of Atiku and Peter Obi, okay, of the Labour Party, who emerged second and third in the race respectively. At the most recent proceedings at the tribunal, a professor of mathematics at Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Oka, Anambra State, Eric Ofedu, testified against INEC, claiming that he analyzed some of the results of the presidential election uploaded on the Commission's IREF portal and discovered a chunk of accredited votes were not recorded. Under cross-examination, Professor Feibu told the court that he embarked on the analysis as an academic exercise that would benefit his students. And according to him, total votes of 2.565 million accredited voters were not reflected in the result of the presidential election that was announced by INEC. Ofedu further explained to the court why he employed the use of projection in his analysis of election results from Rivers and Benue. Led in evidence by counsel to the petitioner, Dr. Onyechi Ikpeazu-San, the subpoenaed witness, the professor, gave his evidence in chief by the lawyer representing the Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi, Onyechi Ikpeazu-San. He alleged that when the bled results he downloaded were matched with Form EC8A's polling unit result given to Labour Party agents at the affected polling unit, the votes of 2.5 million accredited voters were not reflected in the final result announced by the INEC chairman. Can you imagine? 2.5 million votes of accredited voters, meaning that this will not be mistake, not be rumor. It was just a deliberate attempt to disenfranchise Peter Obi and Labour Party. That is it. Ofedu said, I observed that from IREF portal, scores on Form EC8A of 39,000 polling units were inaccessible. Certain uploads were not connected with the presidential election. From the IREF portal, 18,000 polling units results were blurred. This number of polling units negatively impacted the votes of 2.5 million accredited voters and 9 million voters that collected their PVCs, the professor had said in a statement on oath. So, Nigerians understand. Ofedu had told the court that the downloaded 18,000 blood polling unit result from the Inec result viewing portal, okay, were bled. He explained why he used projection for Rivers and Benue during cross-examination by the legal team of the Independent National Electoral Commission, President Bola Tinubu, Kashu Shettima, and the Progressive Congress. And during his cross-examination by INEC lawyer A.B. Mahmoud San, Ofedu said while he voted in the election, he was on February 20th requested by the Labour Party to produce a report on the election results on IREB, and he eventually accepted to use his assessment to educate his students. He agreed with INEC that his primary data source was the IREB portal. Okay, asked if his reference to INEC from EC8A polling unit result was the same as the scanned result uploaded to the IREB, Ofedu said there was a difference between several hard copies of Form EC8As and what was uploaded on IREB portal. Can you imagine? In place of uploaded Form EC8As, there were blurred copies on IREB, the witness told the court. However, Professor Mahmoud at this point, asked, you made reference to 18,088 blood polling unit results on IREB portal. You referred to Form EC8As received by Labour Party agents. Did you attach them to your report? Ofedu responded saying he did not, adding that he thought they were already tendered by Obi's lawyers to the court. So INEC chairman told the University Dawn that he was not an election expert and could not have competently determined what constituted compliance or non-compliance to the Electoral Act of 2022. It depends on what you mean by that. I can determine electoral compliance, the witness replied. Okay. Now, wow. So what is happening here is that this university professor or University Dawn, the mathematician that represented Peter Obi in the tribunal, came out and did a lot of assertions, and I know INEC will be confused because even though INEC chairman is a professor, is now a professor of election or a professor of election violation. That is the truth. And now lastly, he cannot be telling the man that he is not an election officer and so cannot tell what constitutes electoral violation or not. But himself as a professor, who is the custodian of the Electoral Act of 2022, violated it from top to bottom. Okay, so what has he to say to that as well? So I don't think he has any moral justification to tell anybody that he does not have the power or the right or the competency or the knowledge to assess electoral issues because he's not an electoral officer and does not understand the Electoral Act of 2022. Because he himself, who claimed to have the knowledge or who claimed to be the custodian, has violated it from top to bottom. That is it. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment.